Opinions expressed in the following program are not necessarily those of Shaw Cable Systems or of the station. Through our access policy, we provide the opportunity for community groups and individuals to express their points of view.
Do not attempt to recreate any of these moves at home. The wrestlers featured in tonight's Gold Dragon wrestling match are professionally trained athletes. This program contains scenes of violence. Viewer discretion is advised.
Bob Leonard here at ringside with J.S. McStrongarm. We're sitting in on the big semifinal match, one of two, between Agent Red and Vance Nevada. All the action is going to take place in that ring right in front of me, and we'll be bringing it all to you. And J.S., there's going to be a pile of it.
I'll tell you what, Agent Red versus Vance Nevada, it's a hard-hitting battle. Now, I'm personally a little bit biased because Agent Red's a really good friend of mine. I'm looking forward to seeing him take it to Mr. Beefy Goodness, Vance Nevada. Now, Vance Nevada is a 17-year veteran. Vance Nevada has held titles all across this country.
Yes, he has.
Vance Nevada has all the skill and the ability in the world, but I'm still pulling for my close friend, Agent Red. He's the first ever GDW title holder, and he's hungry and he wants that belt right back. Now, you talked to both of those individuals earlier today, didn't you?
I most certainly did, and Agent Red, I'm going to say, is quietly confident. Vance Nevada is brashly confident. Take it from there. We'll see what happens.
Here's what they had to say.
Back in the ring at Gold Dragon Wrestling with Vance Nevada in the elimination match that he went through against J.S. McStrongarm, he came out victorious. In his second match in the elimination tournament, he is up against a bigger man than he is, maybe a tougher man than he is, Agent Red. Agent Red is a bit of an unknown quantity. He can reach down in his bag of tricks and pull out some pretty stealthy moves. It's going to be a lot to cope with, Vance. What's the plan?
You know, the fact is, we're going to make some history tonight. So you've got J.S. McStrongarm and Agent Red, and in Gold Dragon Wrestling and all across Saskatchewan, they have called themselves better than you. Well, maybe, Bob Leonard, they're better than you, but they're not better than me. And we saw that in the first round with J.S. McStrongarm, and we're going to see that in round two with Agent Red, and we're going to take both guys out of this tournament in the same night. Agent Red, yeah, around Gold Dragon Wrestling, you're some kind of big deal, but you're not as big a deal as Vance Nevada. I've held 20 championships to a combined 34 title reigns over the course of my career. And when all is said and done with this tournament, the Gold Dragon Wrestling Heavyweight title comes back right here over this finely sculpted shoulder. Agent Red, you're not a big deal at all. And we're going to find that out in a little while right here tonight.
There you have it from Vance Nevada. He is looking for Agent Red. He's looking for a confrontation, and I think he's going to get it. The Gold Dragon Championship Tournament goes on and on here, and we have with us Agent Red, who survived the first round. That puts him in good stead. And in the second round, he has drawn an opponent that could go all the way, Vance Nevada. Mr. Beefy Goodness has got a lot going for him, but Red is pretty confident here that he can take him. Red, tell us about your feelings on this.
My feelings about this one, oh, they're going deep now. He just ran through my best friend, my tag partner with the GDW tag team titles, J.S. McStrongarm. And, oh, you know what, Vance, the things you've done lately, I've got so much rage built up right now that I'm just deciding to take it all out on you. And you're looking to try and get the GDW title. I'm going to be that wall that you have to try and climb to get to that GDW title. And I'm not going to make it easy.
You know, standing here in the ring with Agent Red, I can see him quivering. He is anxious. He is ready to get in that ring and go up against Vance Nevada and whatever he can throw at him. Red, do you think you can make it all the way? Can you make it past Vance Nevada?
Oh, I'll make sure I make it past Vance Nevada. He thinks I have a little bag of tricks. Well, maybe I'll bring them out in that match, and he'll find out what kind of tricks I do have, and he won't see the GDW title ever again.
Well, there you have it. Both men, as a matter of fact, have been GDW champion. Both have plenty at stake here, and both have tremendous drive to get to their goal. We'll be back with their match in not too long.
Lupus is a chronic and potentially life-threatening disease. It affects tens of thousands of Canadians. Could you be one of them? Lupus can attack any organ of the body, causing recurrent illness, chronic pain, and disability. If you have at least 3 of these symptoms, ask your doctor to test you for lupus. Lupus often goes undetected, and delays in diagnosis and treatment can lead to permanent organ damage. To learn more about lupus, visit sasklupus.com.
Do not attempt to recreate any of these moves at home. The wrestlers featured in tonight's Gold Dragon wrestling match are professionally trained athletes. This program contains scenes of violence. Viewer discretion is advised.
You to beat his butt from pillar to post right now. You take it to him, Red. And here we go. Agent Red versus
Ladies and gentlemen, the following
Mr. Beefy Goodness, Vance Nevada.
And it is the final matchup in our semifinals in the GDW title tournament. The winner will go on to face Principal Pound in the finals. Introducing first, hailing from Brandon, Manitoba, weighing in at 214 pounds, in the pink tights, he is Vance Nevada!
Now, it's no secret that I have absolutely no love lost for Mr. Vance Nevada. Mr. Beefy Goodness has been a thorn in my side for some time.
Wearing the red tights, hailing from
But on the other side of the ring there is your tag team partner, Agent Red, and he's taking a pounding.
Now, Agent Red, I know for a fact, has a sore shoulder. When he was wrestling, when he had his match with Big Jack Hammer, he injured his shoulder, and Vance Nevada knows that right now, and he's taking it right to Agent Red, and Agent Red giving it back. Big clotheslines from Agent Red. Now, these two have a score to settle. Agent Red said he was going to get me a few receipts for Mr. Beefy Goodness from that match he and I had earlier in the tournament. My ribs are still sore from that vicious kick he gave me. And look at Mr. Beefy Goodness trying to. And Mr. Beefy Goodness, Vance Nevada, taking the shortcut, driving Agent Red's head right into that post.
A pretty typical Vance Nevada move. He is sneaky, if nothing else.
And working on that shoulder on Agent Red. Reefing on that shoulder. I know he's looking over at me. I've got nothing to say to the man. I know Agent Red can take care of himself. He's a big, bad dude. That's why he and I are the tag team champions, currently reigning in Gold Dragon Wrestling.
Well, Red is in a bad position here, and that is a tough one to get out of.
And look at the angle Mr. Beefy Goodness has. Agent Red's arm, he's tearing on that shoulder, reefing on that shoulder, putting all kinds of pressure on the muscles, the tendons, the orbital bone. And Agent Red needs to do something to get out of this hold. And and there, once again, Mr. Beefy Goodness taking the shortcut, throwing Agent Red to the floor.
And now out he comes and intent on doing some more damage. Oh, that shoulder absorbing even more punishment.
Working on that shoulder.
Right into that solid steel ring post.
You know, and as much as I want to get involved in this match, I gave my word to Agent Red that I would not get involved in any way. Agent Red is a fully capable wrestler. He's a big boy. He can take care of himself. But he's dealing with a handful in Mr. Beefy Goodness, Vance Nevada. This guy is a 17-year professional wrestling veteran, award winner, historian, author. This guy is smart. He's calculating. He knows how to wear a guy down. I'm not a big fan of Mr. Beefy Goodness, Vance Nevada, but I can't knock his ability in the ring.
No, you have to give credit where credit is due. He's a very canny competitor. Gets in there and finds many, many ways to do damage.
And Mr. Beefy Goodness still working on that shoulder of Agent Red. Twisting it, pulling on it. Off the ropes, and just a hard kick to that shoulder. And once again, here's a pin. No, only two. Vance Nevada getting a little cocky, not hooking the leg. And this is just despicable. This is dirty. That's just stepping on the hair of Agent Red. That's just a low move. I mean, even for Mr. Beefy Goodness, this man is just absolutely reprehensible.
And he does it also nonchalantly. He just doesn't seem to care about anything except Vance Nevada on the victory road. And, that's how the man is. I guess we have to accept that, but I have an idea that Agent Red can give a little of that back in spades.
Well, he's a tough guy. He may not have the experience of a Vance Nevada, but he can take a beating. I've seen him beat some big men on the independent circuit, and Agent Red is no slouch, that's for sure. And I think that might be, you know, Mr. Beefy Goodness, Vance Nevada's biggest weakness is he might be taking Agent Red a little too lightly. I mean, it's clear he knows how to wear a guy down, but he might just not think that Agent Red can come out of something like this.
That's true enough, and you know, Vance should bear in mind, you only have to make that one fatal mistake, and somebody's liable to catch you. 1, 2, 3, and it's all over.
A circle and a kick right to the face on Agent Red. And Mr. Beefy Goodness just taunting us. And Mr. Beefy Goodness, he isn't making a lot of friends in the locker room. He laid hands on our ring announcer, Mr. Scott Hellings. You know, one of our cohorts here. You know, he's like us. He's an announcer. You know, And, you know, Scott Hellings was not a wrestler. Scott Hellings was not trained to be a professional wrestler. You know, Scott Hellings is a good man. He's been a friend of mine. He's practically family to me and my family. You know, I've known Scott Hellings for a long, long time. And for Vance Nevada to take liberties with someone like Scott Hellings out of the blue, Vance Nevada and Mark Posey are despicable people. And I just don't think that guys like that deserve shots. But regardless, you know, Vance Nevada's ability, you know, seems to put him to the top of the game everywhere he goes.
It certainly does. And to go back to what you were saying about Scott Hellings and Vance Nevada taking liberties with him, I think, and I happen to see that, I think that went way beyond taking liberties. That was just a vicious, violent attack, quite unprovoked.
Well, I know Scott.
I don't know what you can say about it.
Well, Scott's a sweet guy. You know, he's a big, friendly dude. And, I mean, he's loved by all the guys in the locker room. And, I mean, he's never hurt a fly. He's never done anything to anybody. And for Vance Nevada and Mark Posey to just, you know, step up and attack Scott like that is completely reprehensible. And I really hope Agent Red comes out of this. I really hope he steps up and sends a receipt, you know, to Vance Nevada for Scott Hellings.
Well, he may very well do so. He gets the right opening. He may just pay that back.
And a hard kick to the ribs, and I have been on the receiving end of one of those kicks.
Oh, my goodness. Uh-oh, Vance Nevada back
just
in
got
action.
I guess, attacked by a fan. He provoked him to a point of physical contact. I don't know if that's, you know, necessary. And now he's taking out his frustrations on Mr. Beefy Goodness. Big atomic drop from Agent Red. He's got some momentum coming back into this. Big clothesline, taking down Vance Nevada. And he doesn't have much behind those punches because he was working on that shoulder for a long, long time.
Right.
Here's a whip into the opposite corner. And Red needs to do something.
Oh,
and Vance
look
Nevada
at this,
skinning the cat. A man like Vance Nevada,
onto the top rope.
You don't think he'd be able to do that, but showing incredible athleticism, Vance Nevada.
Look out. Look out, Vance.
And a big leg drop from Agent Red. 1, 2, 3. And Agent Red holds out victory from Mr. Beefy Goodness, Vance Nevada.
Here is your winner, Agent Red.
Excuse me, I gotta go celebrate with my
friend. You go and celebrate, by all means. Agent Red with a great big punch to the stomach on Vance Nevada, who came plummeting off the top rope, intending to deliver a knee drop, but that fist connected with his belly first, and that was it. That's all she wrote. J.S. McStrongarm out congratulating his partner, Amazing Red. He's taken a tremendous amount of punishment in this match from Vance Nevada, who can really dish it out. And he came through in the end.
You see me for the last time, because I quit as of right now.
Vance Nevada having a temper tantrum here, tossing the ring bell on the floor, and he says, I quit. Well, that was a barn burner of a match in there. Agent Red coming out victorious over the very tough Vance Nevada, J.S. McStrongarm, you look a little excited, brother.
How can I not be excited, Bob Leonard? My friend, my pal, my tag team partner, Agent Red, is going to the finals for that GDW title. He could be a 2-title holder. We currently hold the GDW tag team titles.
You do?
And he could walk away with the GDW title. He could have 2 belts around his waist. I have not been so excited in a long time. I am so looking forward to this final match of this tournament when my friend Agent Red fights for that title.
And let's keep in mind who he will be fighting. The principal, Richard Pound, tough customer.
See, that's where we have a little bit of a difference, because Principal Pound is a friend of yours. You know, Agent Red is a friend of mine. We're going to be on different sides of the fence here. But I'll tell you what, Agent Red, he's younger, he's stronger, he's faster. Principal Pound might have all the experience in the world, but I just don't know if he's going to be able to get it done. For those of you folks at home that want to check this episode out, you can check the times on your screen right now. Come and watch Gold Dragon Wrestling on Shaw TV. For Bob Leonard, I'm J.S. McStrongarm. Have a great night.
That's a happy guy.
Do not attempt to recreate any of these moves at home. The wrestlers featured in tonight's Gold Dragon Wrestling match are professionally trained athletes.
The opinions expressed on the program you have just watched are not necessarily those of Shaw Cable Systems or of this station. Through our access policy, we provide the opportunity for community groups and individuals to express their points of view.